Hello, my name is Ash, a counselor in training. This is my Relatable study podcast for individuals who need help studying for their NCE, CPCE, and other related counseling exams. I'm going to go through many questions from multiple resources and make the answers relatable to both you and me. So get your listening ears on and let's get studying. What is subjective information? Subjective information includes what the client tells the provider. This information is based on the individual's description or opinion and is usually received verbally or through writing. For example, subjective information could be the client telling the clinician, "The carpet is my favorite color of red." Which statement is correct regarding the release of progress notes to the probation officer of a client who is undergoing court-ordered sessions? A. The counselor is legally required to provide the client's progress notes to the probation officer. B. The client has no right to confidentiality because their sessions are court-ordered. C. The client must sign a release for the counselor to share this information with the probation officer. D. The client has no right to confidentiality, but the counselor should still try to obtain informed consent. The answer is C. The client must sign a release for the counselor to share this information with the probation officer. Because the client still has a right to confidentiality, informed consent, and so on and so forth. The counselor is not legally required to share any information with the probation officer without the client's consent or a release from the client. I would recommend looking into the laws under probation officers and court-ordered clients. This can better help your understanding with legal network and court-ordered counseling. A group setting has a flexible seating arrangement in which clients are free to sit wherever they wish. In this setting, it is likely that A. An African American client and a Caucasian leader would sit close together. B. A Hispanic client and an African American leader would sit close together. C. An Asian American client and an African American leader would sit close together. D. An Asian American leader and an Asian American client would sit close together. The answer is D. In this setting, it is likely that an Asian American leader and an Asian American client would sit close together. This is because in groups where the members are very similar or alike, the group composition displays homogeneity. This results in Asian members sitting next to Asian members, African Americans are sitting next to African Americans, so on and so forth. There is some extent where individuals have a difficulty with others because of the degree of we-ness or cohesiveness. Individuals who sit next to each other based on the same race or ethnicity may understand where they are coming from because they may have a similar experience because they are of the same race and ethnicity. I would recommend doing more research into this to better understand this concept further. What is objective information? Objective information is when the healthcare provider actually observes. This includes the client's behaviors as well as any findings during a physical assessment. For example, the subjective information we mentioned earlier when the client says, "This carpet is my favorite color of red," the objective information would be, "The carpet is red." A divorced couple with 3 children cannot tolerate one another's presence. What parental approach is the most beneficial for the couple and the children? A. Parallel. B. Cooperative. C. Collaborative. D. Authoritative. The answer is A. The parallel parental approach is the most beneficial for the couple and the children because it helps reduce conflicts between the parents and offering numerous benefits for the children to help with the therapeutic process. And this is where the parents interact as little as possible with each other to maintain their relationship and allows each parent to separately choose how to handle their parenting duties with their children. I would recommend doing more research on parallel parenting approaches within the therapeutic setting. And that is all 5 questions for this episode. Thank you for listening. Keep calm and study on.